This is interesting. I never heard of this game before. It is a game dev that actually, when I looked at this first, I thought this is Megabonk.
It
But
certainly looks like that.
But it isn't. So this is a very interesting topic. I'm gonna read the title real quick. So, asked about adding multiplayer to his single-player MMORPG, indie dev says he doesn't want players getting co-op FOOMO, FOMO,
FOMO.
That's
FOMO.
fear of missing out.
Yes.
Yeah, fear of missing out. The solo gamer is very underrepresented. Okay, you can continue reading and we are going to get an idea of what this is about. So give it a go.
The entire pitch for Steam's darling, Aaron Shore, is that it's an MMORPG where the MO is a complete fabrication. It's a single-player game riffing on World of Warcraft, except all the players running around and questing are entirely simulated. And it'll likely remain that way throughout early access because the game's solo dev believes single-player games are very underrepresented in today's gaming market. That's co-op is probably the biggest request I get. Developer Burgie Media said in a recent Reddit Ask Me Anything session, "It's a huge undertaking to rewrite a game into co-op, and I feel an obligation to deliver on what was originally promised. Single-player MMO experience. So it's not in the official plans for the time being." While playing games with optional co-op by himself, Burgie Medium says he always feels like he's missing out or will get stuck on a grindy part and wish he was playing with a friend instead, because the game was probably designed with multiplayer in mind. And that's why Aaron Shore was made with single player as the sole focus. Folks who buy it to play solo know they're getting the full experience and it's tailored for them. Burgie Media added, "I think the solo gamer is very underrepresented in today's gaming market." There we go. No co-op in Aaron Shore for now, but the indie dev doesn't totally rule out the possibility as a post-launch edition. After 1.0, I may look to bring someone in to add co-op or offer it as a free DLC, just to separate it from the main game itself a bit. This is just thinking out loud, not a promised feature.
All right. So first of all, this is very good that he's sticking to his guns and he likes to represent single player gaming more. I'm all up for that. I mean, as a gamer since I can remember, I never actually wanted multiplayer. Of course, it's fun. It's fun in certain context and gaming and whatever, but at my core, I prefer to have a single player game experience first, and then multiplayer is always second. So to me, he is correct. This is a game that it's very hard to do it as it is, and game developers are very limited. And if you are a small creator, in this case, a gaming dev, you have limited resources and limited time, and you have to put your passion forward. And if your passion is single player, you will do single player games. Simple as that. As much as people may want that, they already have other games that they can play in this same manner. So why does he have to bend to that? He can put his vision out, and if he sees success, I mean, he has to see how people will react first to that, and then he can do another game, and maybe he can make it from the ground up, including multiplayer, sorry. But the point that he is making is that first, single player games are not appreciated enough. Second, you can have totally different experience while playing single player games, which is worth it, and it's very personal to each player how they experience single player gaming. It's just another world. It's just something that multiplayer doesn't give you. To me, multiplayer gives me fun with friends, but it doesn't give me the substance that I feel when I play a single player game. When it's just me and the game trying to figure things out and have fun in this world, and I'm more immersed in the world when I'm playing alone. So there's many moving parts and positives to single player gaming, and that's how gaming actually started.
That's how it started.
With single experiences and not with multiplayer. Multiplayer, again, it's amazing to share, what we do here. I mean, like we do co-op as well. Me and you, that is just amazing on its own, but it's still like single player that we experience ourselves, which is pretty cool. There's also games that we know very well that you can play the campaign together with someone else, like the new Call of Duty game, which seems, by the way, very crazy.
And Space Marine 2 was actually created like that. Yeah, but you can still have the experience on your own. Much like when things started with the couch co-oping back in the days. There were games again that were more fun to play like that but you shouldn't feel obliged. Oh, but now I gotta find a friend to play with, otherwise I'm kind of screwed.
Yeah.
And even today, now you play on multiplayer, but still, what happens when you're still inexperienced and the game matches you with the guys who spend all the time on those games? And, for example, if we actually get to play Sonic Racing Cross World, do you know how much guys are playing that? I mean, do you have any idea how really good most people are now by this point of the game? It was at least a month ago. So I really have no idea if we're actually going to win a race or not.
Yeah, you feel like an
You feel like,
insignificant
yeah.
little
And
person.
I'm totally sure, I was talking this with my son today in the morning. I'm totally sure that most of the guys who play it and are racing there are not kids his age.
Yeah, no, but he's really good.
Yeah, but he's really good. Yeah.
So yeah, I do appreciate this developers' viewpoints, and I do think that other developers should look at things more this way, because he's a small
Exactly.
dev. He sees things like we see things, and the bigger companies just see multiplayer games as cash cows. They don't see the value in single player that much. Some do. More nowadays. We had this issue a few years ago. It was a lot more prominent when EA, I think, said that they were just gonna invest in like live service and whatever,
Yeah.
and they saw that that's a huge bummer. People still desire a lot single player experience that is the core of gaming.
As a core of
It's
gaming,
still gonna
yes.
be core of gaming no matter what. So Tsunami, please tell us what you think about this article, and then we're going to read the chat if they said something about this article.
Again, I'm totally out of my league here. As a former MMO player and about to be a current one with Where Winds Meet, people go to MMO because they want to have that experience. The article itself states what this game is. It is a fabrication. It is essentially riffing on the MMO capacity. And he may be a singular person or whatever. A super simple compromise, which I don't understand what he's doing, is if there's a central node in the game, or even put them throughout the game, have NPCs that you can hire, and you could go ahead and co-op whatever you need to. Allow a party of whatever is needed to fight against whatever, and the single player could still feel like he's adventuring out there and finding people to help them. Provide different classes, a warrior, a mage, whatever the hell is needed. Allow the person to either buy them or riz them over, and then that's it. That's pretty much all I had to say on it, since I don't know shit about this game.
Yeah, but that's interesting, and you're not getting any crap from those NPCs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he feels like doing more work, then enrich the storyline. Put a quest behind it. You have to earn this NPC to follow you around. I mean, Dragon's Dogma kind of already wrote this down, how you could do it and how you could tailor your NPC with you or find people that you find more appealing. And you could still continue this illusion of a so-called MMO. I don't even know why they're writing it like that. It should just be written down as like, this is a single-player game and we're making fun of something, but whatever. So they wrote it the way they did. Throw some NPCs in there. If you're smart enough to have made this game as big as it is and whatnot, how hard is it to throw in a few extra interesting characters that'll help you along with things? But that's just my 2 cents.
It's an
As
interesting
for chat,
concept, though. Yeah. It's like a test
disgusting.
game to see what's happening. Yeah, disgusting.
Disgusting. Member for 5 months to the Imperial Guard. Giggity giggity. What's up, man?
Oh, Imperial Giggity.
Yeah.
All right. Max K throws in, let me translate for you. Co-op is much harder to build than single player. Can't just add it to an existing game. You have to rewrite the game. It's not going to happen. Right on? I know nothing about this. Like, as previously stated, I'm an idiot, but whatever. Thomas says every single player games are co-op for younger siblings when you give them a controller. Got it. Yeah, right on, Thomas. Truth says single player will always be king. I think that's about it.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. So Veronum agrees also with what I was saying. Basically, the Dragon's Dogma system.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that popped into my head, and I'm not terribly bright. I figure you just throw that in there, and those people that want to role play in their underwear at home or whatever could go ahead and have the fun that they were looking for.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Okay, guys. So yeah, it's a good food for thought, I think.
Yeah, totally.
It's fun.
For the imperium must not fail. Imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might. Their purpose burning crystal bright. to lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.